Yeah, that's being in tune with nature. Peace and blessings. Welcome to Team Angie. Team member Aaron in. Private personal consultant. Also advocate for mental health awareness. Blogs come out every week, twice a week. One Tuesdays and Thursdays. Talk with Team Angie Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you're looking for that, ways to manage stress and anxiety 7 days a week, manageable action, steps and tips to take. You want to join my email list, that's at teamangieLLC.com for you to get that free blog, free newsletter, and also your free blueprint on how to make money online. From start to profit in 7 days, making your own online business. Free blueprint copy at teamangieLLC.com. I know y'all been seeing the reels. I drop like 5 a day every day for the past 90 days. Just dropped 5 of them today. This is the power of an automated business. I don't really physically have to do all of these things, but they're being done for me. And the way that I do these things, the way that I've learned was from this blueprint, how to have an automated online business. And it's pretty cool. It's about time freedom, having the time to do the things that I love to do in life, pursuing my passions, pursuing happiness. I'm in the pursuit of happiness each day. And what that looks like for me is different each day. You can make plans in life, but when you go about your days, the day will show you what's supposed to happen. The people you're supposed to meet, the interactions you're supposed to have, right? And that's just what I've been about in my life these past few years. More so the past few weeks. Just living life. I make my plans and then I just look at my plans and laugh like, God already got this all figured out. It's just I'm a part of it and I get to enjoy his peace and his joy. The joy is God's, the peace is God's, and I'm just partaking in it. When you be obedient to God's calling, when you're an obedient child, to your mother, your father, whoever it is that nurtured you, right? Your grandmother, your grandfather, whoever. When you're an obedient child, you realize that more things come to you. You realize you have more favor, more protection, and you straight. You get through life without a lot of hassle. And it's the same way with spirituality. Like when you have a father, your creator, whoever it is that you feel like they created you, right? Whether it be Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whoever, whatever. Once you start being obedient, having that personal relationship with your God, and things start working out for you, you start realizing the power and just the spirituality of life, like the duality, having balance with this physical world and having balance with the spiritual world, meaning that you pray, meaning that you fast, meaning that you manifest, I'm saying, meditate. These are spiritual aspects in the physical realm. These things are how you balance both lives at the same time. Because the thing about it is, you could be so spiritual and you'll miss all the physical reactions, the physical relations in life, because you won't relate. You don't have the capacity to understand what's going on in this physical world, and vice versa. You so physical, so worldly like, you won't understand the spiritual things of life as far as manifestation, meditating, prayer, and things like that, right? Fasting. You understand the benefits of this spiritual path that you would take if you're not balanced in life. So that's the thing about it, right? Like learning how to be balanced, learning who God is for you, having that relationship with God, and not being out here just running to different cults, joining different groups, different churches. Tomorrow being Easter, and this is why I say this, because a lot of people want to be seen, a lot of people may not want to be heard, but a lot of people want to attend a service tomorrow because Jesus has risen. Happy Good Friday, happy Saturday, and happy Easter for those of you who partake in celebrating, right? The thing about it is this: it's a spiritual thing, meaning that you can be reborn again and again. The mindset is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. It's about the mindset that you have in life that gets you through this life, and also that gets you prepared for the spiritual world that awaits you. So it's about guarding your thoughts, because all of the time throughout the day you will have thoughts about depression, you will have thoughts of joy. Some people have thoughts of suicide. Some people have thoughts of distraction. But those thoughts may not be your thoughts. It's just something that comes and goes. It's more so about how you guard your mind and the things that you entertain. When you have a thought of something that doesn't align with your future, you need to take that thought and block it. Replace it with something that's more aligned with who you are and who you are trying to be. Yo, what up, Kel Nunez? This is about mental health awareness. It's about mindset. I'm team member Aaron Glenn. Welcome to Team Angie. If you're new to my channel, I would encourage you and appreciate if you would subscribe. But I'm all about mental health awareness. I write blogs for how to manage stress and anxiety 7 days a week. If you're looking for a free blog post for actionable steps 7 days a week, how to manage stress and anxiety, just join my email list. I bring out blogs every Tuesdays and Thursdays. My blog list is called Talks with Team Angie Tuesdays and Thursdays. What up, David? Peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Saturday. And if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter as well. I I feel sorry about your friend, man. That's horrible. Life never really prepare you for things like that. You'll be good one day, the next minute, the next hour, you'll be facing some things that you weren't prepared for. And that's called living life, man. The best thing that you can do when things like that happen, when tragedy strikes, is be there for people that's still here, because we all have a day. We don't know when our day is. We don't know when that hour may arrive, but we all have a clock out time, right? And for those of loved ones that's already been clocked out while we're still here, let's just take a moment of silence and appreciate the efforts that they did while they was here. The sacrifices they made, because this life is hard, and for us to be absent in the body is to be in present with the Lord. You know how that go. And the anxiety attack is really bad, man. Skylar, peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to learn how to manage stress and anxiety, check out my blogs. All you do is join my email list at teamangiellc.com. I send out weekly newsletters and weekly blogs on how to manage stress and anxiety. And if y'all looking on how to make money online, you want some master resale right products, that's what I do. All you got to do is join my live mentorship program. I got earn while you learn, pay as you go programs available. But anxiety comes and goes. It's main so when you feeling like you have no control of your situations. You may feel like you don't have any say so in how you feel. People may not understand. They may not accept the way that you express yourself. It could be a lot of things going on. But when you ever feel anxiety, that means that you just gotta sit back for a second and start breathing deep, breathing in this life deep that you experience it so much. And just know that you have control. Things may be going out of control, things might be spiraling. But at the end of the day, just know that you're doing your best, and that's all that you need to do. You don't have control over nothing at the end of the day. You try. And that's what I was talking about. If you want to know what this about, like I plan my days out too. I plan my future out too. But at the end of the day, it's about just living life, experiencing life. You don't know what's going to happen throughout your day. Like with your friend, prayers out to your friend. May they have someone meeting them at the crossroads so that they can transition in a proper way. Just because we absent in the body, our spirit is still living life. Like when you go to sleep at night, you conscious of what's going on when your dream, bro. You still living. You got things going on, and you in control. So you gotta be mindful. Hey, sis, you gotta be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Because this reality, what you living in, what you learning day to day, what you're experiencing minute to minute, it all matters. Whether you happy, whether you sad, you got to soak it all in and just try to understand what's going on, why it's going on. Some things you're not gonna understand, like when people pass away. But the best thing you can do is keep them in your prayers, because they marathon over with. I lost an auntie last year around this time. Last month. Been a year and a month. And to be honest with you, I don't really know how I feel. Are you welcome? What up, Boxing Dog? I love that name, man. That's dope. Thanks for coming through, Boxing Dog. But yeah, my auntie, she was like my second mom. She was like a sister, and she just suddenly passed away. This was last year, and I was just like, you know, I feel like a part of me is gone. Team Angie, the name of this channel, that's in honor of my late sister. So yeah, I advocate for mental health because I lost my sister to suicide back in 2012, and that's been hard for me. I'm surprised I'm talking about it right now, but it took a long time, man, to even accept this being my reality. Like my little sister gone, to keep her alive in my spirit and my mind. Team Angie was formed. It's in honor of my late great sister, my little sister that passed away to suicide. That's why I advocate for mental health awareness because as a black man, a colored man, whatever, right? We don't hear these things growing up in our households. We don't talk about suicide. We don't talk about mental health. We don't acknowledge that aspect of being as a human being that you're going to feel down sometimes. You're going to go through things that you're not sure what you're going through. You're going to experience some stuff that's going to hurt your feelings. And it's going to be times where you don't know what to do about how you feel. But the thing about it is this, right? Why I advocate for mental health awareness because I used to be so impulsive. Stuff hurt my feelings. I don't know what to do about it. I go react and respond in the wrong way, and now I'm in more trouble. I'm hurting because I'm not dealing with my pain properly. And that happens a lot. You'll mess your life up real fast dealing with pain, trying to heal from how you've been hurt. When my sister passed away, I've been hurting for years. I was mad at God for years. It took a long time for me to have another relationship with God because I was angry. My heart was hardened. When people mentioned Jesus, my teeth used to crumble. I used to be like a demon in the flesh. And when Christmas came around, because my sister died December 6th, the day before my dad's birthday, when Christmas came that year, man, I was laying on the ground just sad, hurt. Laying on the floor feeling like I'm finna go through the floor like the devil was pulling me through the ground. I couldn't get off that floor. And I was just so angry. I was so angry. I was laying on the floor and I just felt me coming down there. Like it was a world down there waiting for me. I was feel like I was getting pulled through the ground. On everything I love, man, it was like I never felt so low before. To where I actually was finna be a part of the underworld. It took every it took every fiber in my bone in my body to get off the floor to pull myself up. I get off that floor, I break free. It was like swimming out of the bottom of the ocean. It was like pushing myself up. It was so hard to get off that floor, and I just felt my soul leaving my body, going getting pulled into the ground. When I finally got up, I was like, man, I broke free. But I was so angry still, and I just went outside and I started crying, and I was just so pissed off. People like, you all right? I'm like, no, I'm not all right. Like this shit bogus. How was we celebrating Christmas and my sister is gone? I go outside, I look to the sky, I see a big ass heart in the clouds. I'm like, man, that's my sister saying, I love you, dog. It would be all right, but I'm on to the next. And it was like when people be like, God got you, Jesus got love you. You know what I'm saying? They used to be saying all type of stuff because it was the right thing to do. But I was so hurt, so upset with God because of what happened. Blaming God, didn't know who else to blame because of a suicide. Like it was different if somebody murdered my sister. I could be mad at somebody, but for God to allow it to happen, I was mad at God, and I was mad for years. And what's crazy is as soon as I got the reality that I was mad at God, I didn't really realize it because I was just going through the motions, right? I'm grieving. I don't really know what's changes going on in my life. I don't know how I'm changing. I just know I'm not the same person that I used to be. And all I know is when I look in the mirror, I don't know who I used to be. I'm somebody who I'm trying to be happy about, proud of, and strong. But anyway, it was like I ended up going to jail because I let my anger get the best of me, and I ended up hurting somebody. I had to learn a hard lesson in life that hurt people hurt people. You go out hurting other people because you're hurting. And that wasn't the right thing. That's what I was doing. And I went to jail for that. Did 7 months in the county, a year county. And I had to grieve through that. That's how I grieved through jail. That was my process. I was meeting different people. And the way that I realized that I was mad at God is because God was there with me every step of the way, every day of my time. He was like, I read my Bible. Every verse that I just opened up to was something from my heart. And that's how my relationship with God started. Like just reading the Bible, getting to know God, questioning God, asking God things, and Him revealing stuff to me through dreams, through different ways He communicates to me. So I don't go to church, nah, but I do have a relationship with God, and I don't believe in nothing at all for real. Like I know what I know, and nobody can change that for me. My experiences is mine. And I encourage you all to have your own personal relationship with God. Don't go trying to learn who God is through a preacher. Don't go trying to learn who God is through your mom, your dad, or anybody else. You got to have your own relationship. Just like if you got a man or you got a girl, or vice versa. You know, you got a friend who got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You don't know that person like that, as intimate as they know each other. You know what they know. You know what you know from what they telling you. Like Martin Luther King, right? Some of y'all was too young, just like myself. I wasn't around when he was around, but I know about him from what people told me. If he was around and I had my own personal relationship, I could form my own relationship. But only thing I can do is go off of the facts, the things that he did in his time with his life and he left behind. I could look at the clues and determine how I feel, what type of person he was for myself, you know? And that's just what it is with God. Like you can't know God through anybody else, through the whatever people were saying their experiences, because when you look back, you'll realize like ain't no other way I could have made it through these situations without God, without some supernatural help. And that just go back to saying you gotta have balance in life. You gotta have balance with this physical and spiritual. Just like you take care of your physical body, you go work out, you make sure you diet right. You gotta do the same with your spirit. You gotta make sure you pray, meditate, fast, you know. We wasn't born to be eating 3 meals a day. That's why some of y'all so sick, worried about all of this food. You overindulge in these things, and this stuff is getting us sick. It's just like if I'm a negative person, all I think of is negativity. I feed off negativity. I die. Somebody eat me. Now you full of my negativity, or you full of my torture. You full of my pain and misery. Right? That's the same as it go when you eating meat. You don't know what factory animals that we got put in our body, or what type of trauma they endured before they got slaughtered, you know? And it's something to think about. That's why I advocate for mental health awareness, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. It's important to think about what you think about, because those thoughts aren't just thoughts. They're what's guiding your future. They're what you're experiencing. They're what's molding your reality. Whatever you sit there, it's like this, right? This the three things. Where the mind go, the energy go, and so forth, right? It's like how God came to be in the Trinity, why they always say the number three. This is what it really is about. God was just the mind. The mind was just thinking. Then he got to thinking like, well, I have thoughts. And he started thinking about what he was thinking about. And that formed a part two, which was how you feel about what you think about. And how you feel about what you think about leads to part three. You acting on what you feel and what you feel about what you thought about. And now that actually becomes a reality. It's like this, right? You know you need money. So you feel like, man, I got to do something about this, because if I don't, I'm not going to be happy. Now all of a sudden you think about filling out job applications for a place that you think you could be happy at. Now all of a sudden you're like, okay, I might fill out this application for this place. I'm happy about it. This is a go. Now you do it. You fill out the application. You just created a reality for yourself. They call you back, you get the job. You might not, who knows? But that's how it goes. That's how you manifest. That's the 3-4 code. The three full chord. I could barely spit it out. But yeah, that's what's the Trinity about. It's about the mind, the emotion, and the action. You think about something, you feel a way about it, and you act on it. Yeah, no doubt. But happy Easter though for those of you. I just want to get on here and talk my talk. I'm finna smoke and chill and do my thing. I just created some new art for y'all to check out. So on my website, make sure you stroll down to the bottom and check out my art, NFTs and stuff like that. Everything for sale, everything affordable. And I'll show you how to create them as well if you want to do your own thing. But yeah, I encourage you all to subscribe if you're new to my channel. Peace and blessings to you, man.